Good morning, students. In the previous lecture, you studied about the goals of the democracy. In today's lecture, I will explain about the more fact related with democracy. India is a vast country and it is very difficult to devise a method for the direct participation of the people in the governments of the country. Before I'll explain, I must say democracy has two types, direct or indirect. In the direct method, people are sitting face to face and they can ask the people directly are they in the favor or are they in the against of that views. But in the indirect democracy, like in our India, people eligible people cast their vote and choose their representative. This is indirect of democracy. Therefore, representative democracy has been adopted in India. Under this system, people elect their representative who govern on their behalf. This means India is indirectly governed by the people through their elected representative like Panch, municipal councillors, members of legislative assemblies in the states, or members of parliament in the Lok Sabha. All these are representatives of the Indian citizens. Representative democracy, also known as indirect democracy or representative government, is a type of democracy founded on the principle of elected officials representing a group of people as opposed to direct democracy. Simply, we can say representative democracy is a system of the government in which all eligible citizens vote on representative to pass laws for them. A perfect example of India. India is the largest democracy in the world governed by a democratic government. So, in the world, India is said as the largest democratic country of the people because other countries are also following the democratic pattern, but in the huge population with the democratic pattern is exceptional, but India is successfully run this representative democracy. In the 1947, India got the freedom from the Britishers. After that, Indians made our constitution and our constitution is prepared by constituent assembly. Our assembly was formed and that prepared a constitution. So our constitution thought during their constitution making process, it is very much essential for the democracy in that people's participation must be there. If people are eligible for participating in social, economical and political processes for development on different level, in that case people can progress lot comparatively to others. So we can say people's participation of the people in the election process of the country at various levels is based on the universal adult franchise. So our assembly, constituent assembly thought to whom it will give the right to vote. So I already told to you India is a diverse country. So they decide only the age limit, age bar to cast the vote without any discrimination of any gender, any caste, any creed, any religion, any language. So they decided age limit. After a fixed age, the people of India, citizens of India can cast their vote. and this system is known universal adult franchise, which means all the citizens of India who are 18 years of age and above are eligible to cast their votes, irrespective of caste, color, creed, religion, reason, or language. Right to vote and to elect a representative is given to all the adults without any discrimination. This right forms the very basis of democratic government at various levels in India. People's participation does not end even after the elections. It is also to be seen when government is formed by the elected representative. In day-to-day life, people closely watch the activities of various departments of the government and criticize also. All of you observe when you and your parents are watching the news through TV or any other mode of communication, they decide the opinion regarding that issue. Are they in the favor or are they against? So, this is the process by which people create their views on a mass level. So, uh, not only the election process is the mode of people's participation. In fact, everything, whatever is doing by the government, is also analyzed by the people. This is the people's participation also, if required. They also guard their own rights and freedom given to them by the Indian Constitution. So, which universal adult franchise I explained earlier, the age limit to cast the vote in India is 18 or above 18 years. I hope all the points are clear to you. If you face any problem, you can ask. Thank you and have a nice day.